All right, everybody, let's get started. My name is Fausto Pugliese from Cybertrain University. Let me just get a little chat back if everybody can hear me loud and clear. Good, good, good. Welcome. Welcome, Edward. Good welcome. Jerry, everyone, Lori, very good. Thank you very much. All right, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having exciting days in the market. We're having a lot of fun. This is going to be a really exciting event. Always look forward to doing this event, talking about how to crack the code in today's trading. And let me tell you, what you're about to learn today is really going to put a spotlight that everything that you've been doing was literally probably the opposite what you used to be doing. How do I know that? Because I'm a market maker. I trade here on Wall Street, and I'm going to show you how to play the game of trading. Now, the goal is this. I don't want to waste anyone's time. So we're going to talk for about maybe 40 minutes. And, you're going to see things that are really going to shock you. And at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every single one of you. And not only that, I'm going to give everybody here the opportunity to talk to me personally to kind of see if trading is something for you. Because reason why I'm here is I'm looking for traders that I could train that could be part of my trading room. And listen, there are people all over this world that are students, graduates of Cybertrain University. They started their own schools, started their own firms. And listen, it's never too late to learn, but I'm always looking for new traders that have the passion to teach. So with that said, fellow traders, before we get started, just really quick, it varies student to student. I'm not making any guarantees or promises or warranties. This is strictly just educational. So just please be very wise before you ever trade in today's markets. Now, this is the things that we're going to be learning for all of us. We're going to talk about how to find the best stocks to trade. We're going to talk about how to find and follow the big money, because that's what controls these stocks to go up and go down. You see, most people are focused on, how can I say it, the past. Well, it's time to focus on the future. And the way we're going to find that is I'm going to show you how to develop a consistent trading plan, how to trade in today's modern trading by using tape reading, level 3, level 4. And then most importantly is how to stop losing money. Everybody likes to talk about winners, but for some reason, no one wants to educate anyone how to control those losses. Now, how this all came about, I've been doing this for about 30 years. I've done trading for some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry: Charles Schwab, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, just to name a few. I've been a regular speaker, have trained several 100,000 people over the years, very well known in the industry. But the thing is that to be very successful in trading, you got to surround yourself with good traders. And, the goal is kind of teach you all how to do that. So listen, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you. And the thing is, I could put all the feathers on my cap, but it's not going to help you make money. Your goal is that every one of you need a mentor. Okay. And you might need a few of them till you find the right one. Some of you have taken classes already. So you probably know, and maybe it's not your style. Maybe it wasn't explained properly, but you cannot be self-taught. And that's why I'm very thankful for all of you been here. Now, today, also I'm a author of a book called How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. It's available on Amazon as a bestseller, but if you do what I tell you at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you my book for free. That's right. Now, why would I do that and not get the $47 at Amazon? Well, the goal is, it's not about the $47. It's about making the thousands of dollars with my traders, and that's what it's all about. So if you're really serious about trading, you definitely want to stick around to the end. Now, just a quick background about who I am. Like I said, I've been doing this about 30 years. I'm one of the original day traders who started. You can look from that little picture right there. Forbes magazine wrote about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Unfortunately, I'm not a little kid anymore. I started when I was like 22. I'm now 51. But I'm probably the great grandfather of this industry. When I started, there was about 1,000 of us. Now you could see there are millions around the world doing it. Now, the way how I got into this industry is I'm first generation Italian. My parents came to this country and they for a better life. And my dad always taught me something very, and I know some of you probably preach this to your friends, your family, your own kids. He always told me, he says, son, you want to be good at something, you got to hang out with people that are very good at it. So if you want to be rich, hang out with rich people. You want to you hang out with people that are bad in the industry, that get in trouble. Guess what? You're going to get yourself in trouble. Not that you're a troublemaker, but guilty upon association. The thing is, go out there, find something that pays a lot of money, work and do whatever you can and do very well. And I did exactly that. So I have a family of 3 boys. My wife, Debbie, been married for over 25 years. Actually, it's going to be my 25th year in July 3rd. But the thing is, I think that trading really helped me out with my relationship because, I'm here right now, and some of you probably don't know this, but I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation right now, been here for a week. And what's great about this job is that I can go on vacation, I could teach, I could trade. And I know a lot of people here after going through COVID and all that stuff, you're like, you know what? I kind of like staying at home. I don't, maybe I want, maybe, but what's going to pay me the salaries that's going to make me that well, as much as I can make what I do now, or maybe, Social Security is not going to pay enough, or like people living longer, and you're worried about the money you work for. Your IRA is going to help support you over the years. So these are my 2 families. You have my everyday family and my students, and then you probably look at these people right here, and you'll be amazed. But those people are just like you. They're engineers, they're teachers, they're border control people, cowboys, grandmas and grandpas, nursing, everyday people, just like you. And then hopefully I can make one of you at the end of today's presentation. Now let me get started right into it. Can everyone just give me a chat back, and could you let me know how long you all have been trading for? Has it been, actually, I'll do a quick poll right here. How about this? Because I know a lot of people probably don't like to type. What kind of trader are you first? Are you a stock trader, options, futures, Forex? Just out of curiosity, everybody could just fill this out, and I'll share a poll with you. All right, just give you a couple of more seconds. Elizabeth, you're a newbie, that's fine. Well, just send me what your preference is in the kind of trader you think you are. All right, so I'm not going to waste too much time here. So let me just end this poll. All right, we share the results. All right, so we see we have a lot of options traders. Okay, so let me kind of clarify and, the difference. First, you have to ask yourself an honest question. Are you making money doing this? Because if you're not, you're probably trading the wrong markets. Listen, I'm an actual day trader. I'm a stock trader. And the reason why is this. When I turn on the news, or if I listen to politics, or if I listen to the paper, what do they talk about? They talk about the stock market. 95% is all about the stock market. When do they talk about options? Now, you have to understand something. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. So if you want to be a good options trader, you damn well better be a good stock trader first, okay? And then you'll know what options to trade, even as a swing trader, okay? Futures, very difficult. Forex was kind of popular a while ago, but you got to trade what you hear about every day. Now, let me go out there and let me just change the slide here. So basically, how is, and nobody can see anybody's chat. How is your trading really working out for you right now? Are you making money? Are you breaking even? Just out of curiosity. Making a little bit. David, you're brand new, under a month. Okay. Anyone else? Losing money. You see, and you know what? I'm very happy to hear a lot of you are being honest about that, because let's think about this for a second. Everyone likes to talk about winners. When's the last time someone ever talked about losers? I would say probably 70%. of our education is teaching people how to stop losing money, not making money. All right. And that's what we're going to focus on. And it's probably the time to kind of realize what the problem is. So here's what the average trader follow. Okay. They trade stocks like the spies. I got to trade the spies. I got to trade Amazon. I got to trade Facebook. Listen, do you realize you're competing against the best traders on Wall Street? Let me explain something to you. I live here. Some of them live in my own town, some of the biggest traders in the industry. You're not going to beat them, okay? There are over 25,000 stocks out there to trade. Why you got to trade Tesla at 180? Oh, but it's Tesla. Why? It's got good options, right? You heard that good story, right? Listen, you're wasting your time. Just remember one thing. Why are you here? You're here to make money. And most importantly, the goal is to survive. That's really what you're looking to do. You're looking just to survive in today's markets and not lose it. But everybody wants to go out there and trade the apples, the coins. They want to trade all these stocks out there, but you don't realize there are stocks like GFAI. All right. Did anybody here know about this stock, GFAI? No one. Lori, you didn't hear about it. Savia, you heard about it. Well, tanking and going up. Listen, when you're day trading, David, you're making money for the day. Okay. I'm talking about what happened last week. I'm not talking about today. All right. Because last week, if you saw what happened, the stock was up 111%. Look at this movement over the course of the day. At 9:30 this morning, the stock went from $18 to 10:30, shot up to 28. You do the math. Do the math. That's about what, almost 100% in about an hour. Does Apple do that? Does Tesla do that? And then if you missed it at the end of the day, let's say you came in at 2:30, at 28, ran to 34. Okay. How about this stock right here, GFAI? It gained 72% last week. Look at this one, $8 stock. By 10:30, thing was at 14. All right. GCTK up 173%. Stock started at $1.40, went to, by 10:30, was at 320. Now, first of all, do you guys really care what you trade, or you just want here to kind of make money? The thing is, there's a lot of things that move, all right? Certain industries, certain exchanges, whatever it is. You just have to follow the money. That's it. And I'm going to repeat that word until you get sick of it. I'm going to be like a canary. You have to follow the money, because everybody's like, where did you find it? How did you know what's going up? Finding them, believe it or not, is pretty easy. Here's Lucky, another one that we traded last week. Stock went from $2 to $5. And this is all in one day. One day, fellow traders. Okay? Now, some of you might feel, well, you've seen that sometimes you're always too late on the move. Maybe you haven't found them early enough, whatever it may be. So let me explain to you where we find them. You want to know my crystal ball is? Gino, Dave, Savia, all of you. All we do is we work through the big percentage gainers and losers. Okay? Listen, you can go out there and read the news and find out the next company that came out, the next magical, pharmaceutical drug, whatever it is. It doesn't matter, because you are looking for stocks that have good volatility, but most importantly, what we talk about is what we call the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. Those are the 3 T's that we teach here at Cyber Trading University. But it all starts about finding them and know what's moving. So what I'm going to be doing is, like I mentioned earlier, because some of you logged in late, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every single one of you to come to Cyber Trading University, and you're all going to have access, to come to Cyber Trading University and see all this stuff live. Because what we do is we do practice what we preach. But the goal is you're not going to judge us on our winners. You're going to judge us on our losers because you're going to know how few we have. You're going to follow the losses. You're going to want to see if the other traders do well. But finding them are pretty easy. That's not the issue. All right. But all we do, I'll repeat it one more time, is we just work through the big percentage gainers and losers. That's it. Now, you need to know, some people like to want to know, how do we know which one's going up, how they go up, how they go down? Well, let me start off with this. Does anybody here have something called level 2? Anybody here have level 2 quotes? Okay, great. Okay, good. Now, level 2 was pretty big back in the 90s. Now it's basically obsolete. Okay, we really don't use it anymore because it doesn't have all the data. It's nice, it moves pretty quickly, but it doesn't really tell you that much. But for the ones that don't know what it is, let me just kind of explain what it is. Okay, B stands for buyers, S stands for sellers. You got 3 columns here. Okay, first column is a 4-letter abbreviation of the brokerage firm's name. The second column is the price of what that brokerage firm or an exchange like NASDAQ, Archipelago, or an ECN are looking to buy for. And the third column tells you how many shares they want to buy. Everything's multiplied by 100. Whoever wants to buy it for the most is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less is down at the bottom. Now, the problem with this, fellow traders, is it doesn't give you a fraction of the data that is going to tell you where the direction of stock is going. So here you are looking at these buyers and sellers, and these numbers are changing. It's awesome because it's giving you real-time quotes. But that doesn't give you the full explanation of where these orders are coming from. So with that said, I want to do another poll, okay? And the next poll is this. Does anyone here have NASDAQ Book Viewer? Okay, I'm going to do a poll. Let's see if you guys answer this. I want to see how you answer this question here. Now, as some of you are filling this out, just to let you know that I am one of the regular guests at NASDAQ that help educate their people on their show how to use the NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, when I share this data, you're going to be quite disappointed. What I need all of you right now is to stop what you're doing, because I am not getting everybody here filling out this questionnaire. I don't know why. I don't know what you're afraid of, but let me explain something to you. What you're about to see right now is going to be the most disturbing news that you ever heard of, because you have been trading blind. Because out of everybody here, I'm going to share these results. 80%, 80. Actually, I'm sorry. I didn't count the not sures and the people didn't answer. 95% of you are trading backwards. And this is why NASDAQ, an exchange, has Cybertrade University and Fausto Pugliese on their show teaching you how to trade the markets. Let me explain to what we're looking at. We are looking at about now. Let me ask you one more question in the chat, okay? And Haiti, we didn't get to the level 4 yet. We're going to talk about that next, okay? How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if I was able to tell you right now how to follow 70% of the buyers and sellers out there? Think about that. If you could see where 70% of where all the orders are, how much smarter and better trading decisions you would make. Jerry says a much better. What's it worth? Priceless from Mike. Of course. Think about it. Do you think you know more than Goldman Sachs and Merrill Lynch and people trading on the NASDAQ? Okay. So let's get right into it. Everybody wants to learn where's the support and where's the resistance. Well, let me explain something to you. There's no such thing of support unless you have buyers out there. And there's no such thing of resistance unless you have the sellers out there of 62,019 orders at $65.50. You see, there are a lot of buyers and there are a lot of sellers at every price level. But it's the one that has the more predominant buyer and seller at that specific price what makes stocks to go down, which makes resistance and makes support. So let's have a little fun. Everybody ready? Get your popcorn, because here we go. Here we're seeing a stock, Keys, going down. Now, we all very familiar. There was a big catastrophe in California with the banks, right? And they all took a big hit. And some of you probably even owned them and didn't even know they were going to continue to go lower. And some of you tried to pick the bottom and everything. But let's look at the stock Key really quick. Here's a stock that was at trading right around 1270, okay, over the course of the day, right? And it came all the way down, and finally, out of some coincidental, at 2:30 in the afternoon, it decided it wanted to go up at 1160. Now, why would it do that? Why didn't it stop at 1230? Why didn't it stop at 11? Why did it pick 1170? Well, when you look right here on level 4, or when you look at NASDAQ Book Viewer, you'll see you have a 62,000 share buyer. And guess what? What makes stocks go up are buyers. What makes stocks go down are sellers. And what happened when it came up to that price of $11.73? Boom. A couple of minutes later, went right up to 1230. Now let's do the math. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, and let's just use simple math. Let's use simple math at 1180. And if you sold it about an hour later at 1220, how much money did you make? Can anybody do their math? What is 1180 minus 1220? That's right, 40 cents. 40 cents on 1,000 shares is how much money? $400. $400 over the course of the year is a $100,000 year salary. Who here does not want that job? Okay? Who here doesn't want it? But some of you like, what the hell's 40 cents? Oh, yeah? Do the math and try to be consistent, because remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Here's another stock. Blue. Stock starts at $4.25. $4.20 at 9:30 in the morning. And then all of a sudden, right around 10 o'clock, it decided, don't want to go any past 5. Why would that even be? Well, if you look down here at the bottom on the sell side, you'll notice that you have a 100,000 share seller at $5. Now, where do you think you're going to get more resistance levels? 1140.76 to 2,800? I mean, 490 for 111 shares, 495 for 6,000, or the $5 at 100,000. Okay? Read between the lines. You are seeing all the orders that are going around the entire world, where all the orders are. Here's another one, Pat. Look at this one. Stock is at $18, comes all the way down to 1660. At 10 o'clock, it hits at 1660, goes back up, bounces off, goes to 17, comes back to 1660. Some people might call that a double bottom. Some people might even call it a triple top. I just call it support levels. I just call it a buyer, because when you look down here on the buy side, you got 14 orders out there to make 44,000 shares. Now, let me ask everybody another question. How many of you here are in a trade right now and could see those 44,000 share buyers and sellers out there? Anybody here doing that right now? Dave, no, right? Lori, no. Well, I would say 95% of you said no because some of you don't have it. Now think about it. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made if you were able to see those buyers and sellers out there? See, some of you are here probably didn't expect of maybe just having someone to teach you another way how to read. Hey, look how I read candlesticks. Hey, this is how we use Fibonacci's. Hey, this is why my MACD is better than that school's MACD. Hey, I got a newsletter and I know how to predict the future and what you want to do. Oh, really? Okay. Well, listen, let me remind everybody here. I was a market maker. And before I was a successful trader, I was a very successful loser. And you know why? Because I was what 99% of the people out there in the beginning, before I started, I was a self-taught individual. I'm like, I can learn it myself. There's good books, good videos. Oh, yeah? How's that working out for you? Because when I finally raised the white flag and went out there to learn and says, you know what, maybe I should go work for somebody like my dad told me in the beginning, okay, and not be that ignorant 22-year-old kid. When I first day on the job, when I was like you and came into, when I did my orientation to get my job and they were showing this, you know what the first thing I said? How in the hell could anybody in their right mind trade the market without this data? And you know what their excuse was? You know what their explanation was? Well, are you willing to pay $1,000 a month for it? Are you willing to do that? And I'm like, at 22 years old, listen, if it's going to make me a six-figures job, I'll pay for it. You know how many of you here, how many people here will still have to think about it? And listen, you got to understand something. If you're in the restaurant business, okay, you can't be a successful restaurant without a good chef. You understand? You want to run an airline, you can't run an airline without good pilots, okay? Because you're going to end up crashing. Do you think you could do it yourself? You can't. I mean, you could try, and there is a possibility, but how much better and easier would it be to see stocks like Snapchat and wondering why is it having a tough time getting a past 1120, knowing that you had this 167,000 share seller you're trying to break through? This is where it comes down to. Lori is saying it's common sense. Lori, and you know what? I am looking forward to tell you in the next 10 minutes to come and watch my team show you this live for the next week straight. And then you'll make a decision and be like, like I said, you're going to be like, I'm going to do this as a career, or I'm going to go back to my day job. All right, because McDonald's, with today's new laws, $15 an hour is not that bad. I don't think anyone's here to work for $15 an hour. Okay. So let's talk about a couple other things. All right. Now, you don't, another issue people always make is they try to catch a falling knife and they want to know, is the stock going to continue to go lower or so on. So let's look at this example right here. You ever own a stock and it's going down, 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 and you're like, all right, so where is the support level? So first of all, the first question to ask everybody, is the stock going up or down? So looking at this, is this stock going up or down, everybody? What's the trend of the stock? It's not a hard question. It's nice that you're interacting and you're asking. David, you're right. Jerry, you're right. Laura, you're right. Mike, I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're in La La Land or what are you watching? Keep your eyes right here because you guys have positions running. You need to know what the direction of stock is going, because at the end of the day, do you take a loss here or do you hold on to it? But what do we need to do? Follow the money. Nigel, does this work for Forex? Yes, it does. Okay, but I'm not a Forex trader. But if you want to know, here's my personal email. There's only about 3 people that I trust that will teach Forex properly. If you send me an email or anyone else, I'll be happy to tell you. Forex, options, anything else. But the goal is this: follow the money. All right. So here you are coming up to a 77,000 share buyer on Square, because that's basically the stock, right? So let's think about it. What do you think is going to happen when we get down to $79? Well, you were looking at the chart and like, oh my God, I'm losing money. I got to get out of it. $85, 79 in an hour. And all of a sudden, you ever felt like sometimes somebody's watching you? It's like every time I buy a damn stock, the damn thing goes down, or every time I sell it, it goes up. Let me give you everyone a little advice. Nobody's watching you. You are not watching them. That's the problem. Let's look at how it works on Bitcoin. Same thing. Stocks going up, you're making money. Where's the game plan? Well, where are the sellers? It's not going to show you on a chart. It's not going to show you in the past. But when you look here in the future and you come up and you see in traders 100 shares, 3 shares, 200 shares, but you got a 62,000. Let that sink in. 62,000 shares, which is probably 1,000 times more the average of any single price at 65.50. What you think is going to happen? Okay, when you get there, it's going to go lower. In theory, unless somebody takes them out and you didn't get out, look what happened to that stock. It went from $65 that right back down to 62. So, I mean, listen, I can go on and on and on and on and over it, but I'm going to show you this live in the market because, listen, I'm not really a big fan of PowerPoints, but it's easy to see it on a screenshot, but you're all going to see this live in the market. Now, we call these big orders iceberg orders, big block orders, because it's not what's on the top of the water. It's what's at the bottom of the water. And the reason how I got that word iceberg order is because if anyone knows the whole story about the Titanic, sad story, and we all know how that story ended. And you don't want to be part of that and end up at the bottom of the ocean. So remember these live orders because they are live, by the way. Some people says, oh, they're fake. How do I know? Listen, when you come to my trading room, I'll show it to you. They're live. All right. Now, the next question people ask me is this. Remember I told you I paid $1,000 a month for this? Guess what? It costs $15. $15? Are you kidding me? You wouldn't pay $15 for this to find out where all these big block orders are? Anyone here has a problem paying the exchange? Now listen, this is not Fausto. You're not paying Cybertrade University. You're not paying Goldman Sachs. You're not paying some AYZ, website. $15, 15 stinking dollars to something I paid $1,000 a month, and it's that cheap to see where 70% of the volume. Let me explain something to you. If you're not, let me tell you what's going to separate some of you from being a successful trader and probably a 95% failure in today's trading. Nothing is free in this world, fellow traders. Nothing. Okay. Me personally, I just like to have a good deal. All right. That's all it comes down to it. Now, how do you get to that website? Right there in the bottom, you see what it says datastore.nasdaq.com. That's where you get it. All right. Wesley, we didn't get there yet. You only see what's on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is about 50% of the volume in the market. Now, yes, there are other ones which we're going to talk about next, okay? So now that I talked about something which I call level 3, now let me talk about something called level 4. You ready to fall off your socks? Wait till you see this, okay? Now, imagine seeing this all on a heat map, right? Now, we have something called level 4, where now you could aggregate the other exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange, Archipelago, all them. And maybe some of you are probably not the quickest with numbers, but we kind of teach our traders how to see them very simple. But here you are, you're seeing them on a heat map. And not only that, you can see how long they've been out there for and when they canceled, when they upped it, whatever it is. You could see if they're getting executed, how much they got executed at. So you get to see a pattern, like this big red line at the bottom for 229,000 shares, fellow traders. He's been out there all day. You know, these are the things that are going to help you, because when you look at a chart, it doesn't show that to you. When you look at this stock right here and you see big buyers out there and wondering how these big support levels get broken and then they continue to go lower, you're not going to see that on this chart. Hell, you're not even going to see it on this chart with your stochastics, momentum, RSIs. I mean, are you guys analysts, or do you guys want to trade? Do you want to predict, you know, and figure out what all these swiggly lines are, or do you just want to keep it simple? Right, Lori, you just want to trade. You want to trade. That's all you want to do, because by the time you figure it out, it's going to be too late. Trade that makes that. Well, David, remember one thing I said earlier. It's not about making money. It's about controlling losses. That's what's the number one thing that we teach at Cybertrade University. You know, I have an old saying, something in the Bible that was always that I repeat to all my traders. Feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man a fish, you feed him for life. So I'm a captain. I'll tell you where the fish are. That's what we do in our trading room. But at the end of the day, you need to know when to hit the button. You need to know when to get in and out of it. That's how you go about doing it. Can I put the website back up there? Yes. You mean the one for NASDAQ? Right here in the bottom. I guess I don't know if the staff is CTU. Could you guys put that link over there? There you go. datastore.nasdaq.com. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So seeing all these heat maps and seeing where these trades are, we're going to cover a lot of this, and we'll show you how they do, how they keep bidding it up and how they block up all that stuff on the old markets. You see, remember, our goal here at Cybertrade University is, you know, you can't be self-taught. We want to teach you all how to play today's games of the market, because you know how to play the game. You know, you're going to see this is probably one of the greatest jobs in the world, but you can't make it a great job if you don't know how it works. You know, everything America is really based, a lot of us is based on what happens in the market. Okay. We're all invested in the market, it's your IRAs, whatever it is. Okay. Maybe you work for a public company. You know, we're always talking about inflation, you know, numbers. And everybody, you know, is looking at the US dollar, you know, and, you know, if you're an entrepreneur or whatever it is, but you got to trade smart. And the way you trade smart is surround yourself with smart traders. So, and that's why Cybertrade University has been endorsed by more schools, online educational schools, than any school out there in the industry, any of them. And not only that, fellow traders, when's the last time you saw someone had a 5-star rating on Google? When's the last time you were trained by somebody that had a AAA rating at the Better Business Bureau? How about this? These brokerage firms already did their due diligence. You think Thinkorswim is going to have Cybertrade University talk to their students, or NASDAQ have Fausto do a presentation because he's teaching people how to lose money? So you could do all your homework that you want, but believe me, these people do credit checks, background checks on us. That's why we've been in business for 30 wonderful years. And that's why we've changed people's lives for the better. But most importantly, it might not be for you. And you know what? That is okay. All right. It's not everybody here can do this. So this is what I want to do. I want to get right to the end because time is running out. And does everybody have their cell phone with them? Because I'm going to give you a QR code, because I'm going to get everybody registered to come and join me in my trading room. So get your phone ready and get your camera ready, because I'm going to give you a QR code, because I'm going to give you the great one of the probably the most important QR codes that you've ever encountered, because I'm hopefully going to make you part of my team, because I want to invite you all into my trading room. And in the trading room, let me go over a couple of questions that we're going to get. Some people ask, do I need money to do, how much money I need to start? Zero. We don't want you to trade. We just want you to come to watch. Second, do you need a brokerage account? No, you don't. No, you don't. If you have one, that's great, but we don't work for the brokerage firms. We just want to make sure that what you're getting yourself involved is something for you. Now, this is our agenda from Monday to Friday. We have live commentary in the morning and in the afternoon. We open up our trading room at 7:30. We have traders talk videos. So there's a lot of content. Remember, we only here for about 40 minutes. Imagine what you're going to be here for a whole week. You're going to see things going to blow your mind in our live trading room. Now, what's it going to cost and what's involved? $9. That's it. $9 for 1 week access in our live trading room, where I will show you how to find level 4, how to read it, how to use NASDAQ book viewer, how to set up your brokerage firm's account, everything. Or you can click on that link right there that we just posted. All for $9 lousy, stinking dollars. Now, for some of you here, people always get a kick at it. It's like, I don't understand. Why is this so cheap? Why 9? I'll tell you what it is. We originally did it for free. And I feel like if you had to get it for free, you wouldn't take it seriously. We have a lot of people, some people, this is pretty cool. I'll try. What's the worst that could happen? They didn't register. We're looking for serious traders. Okay. I don't need the several thousand people in my trading room. I'm looking for a core of a few hundred. And then eventually you're going to learn how to teach other people. And that's all I need. Now, this is what you're going to get for the $9. Okay. You're going to get a live trading every week. All right. You're going to get 3 pro workshops where I'm going to teach you how to set up and how to trade on level 3 and level 4. You're also going to get over hundreds of hours of live Traders Talk library, which is we do every week. You're also going to get my book. So for $47, I know everybody wants to read my book, but you know what? You get it for free right now, right here. And as a bonus, at the end of the week, if you're not happy, I'll give you your money back. Listen, I don't need your $9, fellow traders. I don't need it. All right. I'm looking for serious traders. I'm just looking for serious traders. A question came across here. How much does it cost after the first week, after the week is over? What do you charge? Is this on auto bill pay? No, we're not going to auto bill pay you. We're not going to try to scam you. Listen, I don't need the scrutiny. Listen, I have a reputation. I don't need you to go out there and think we're going to do something like that. I know there's other companies that do that. We're not going to do that. Now, for the first 20 people that register right now, you will get a free coaching class with me. Okay? That's right. I will take the time to talk to you. Now, I know some of you here paid thousands of dollars of training, and I'm not here to bash any other school, but when's the last time you spoke to the owner? All right? And let me tell you what my interest is. My interest is to interview you. Right now, you're interviewing us. But once you go into the trading room, you'll be like, oh, Fausto, I definitely want to do this. I want to be part of CTU and all that. And I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Because then we need to interview you and see if you're the right fit. And we're going to take it from there. And I assume that if you made it this far, you're definitely going to have an interest. Now, a couple of quick little shout outs. I see a bunch of you just registering right now. But before we do that, just really quick, there's a questionnaire. Please, when you fill out the registration, please answer it. Let us know if you have a brokerage firm. Have you been trained before? Do you have level 3 quotes? You got like 5 questions. It just lets us know a little bit more about you for your application process to be part of our team. Okay. Any other questions? When could I start? That's a good question. I recommend you start right away. Listen, it's fresh in your mind. You could start this afternoon. You see what's happening in the market. You see what's happening in inflation. You see what's going on in the world. But if today's not the right day, maybe you want to start on Monday next week. Maybe you're on vacation like me. Just, you know what? All of you are going to get access to the trading room. You need to talk to an education advisor. They'll book an appointment. They'll do a walkthrough through you, and you let them know when when you want to start. So listen, there's no pressure. We're not going anywhere. But you know what is going away? The $9. The $9. Martin, after the first week, don't worry about it. All right, Martin? Don't worry about what it costs, okay? Because I know this. If I could teach you how to be a six-figure trader, you don't care about what the money's going to cost. What you care about right now, Martin, is that it's costing you $9. That's it. And like I said, that only tells me that you're a real person. That's all it does. All right? I don't want my staff to waste their time, and you don't want to waste our time, taking it seriously. So there's the scan code. A couple of people just coming in right now. Troy, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else I got here? Lisa, got your registration from Chicago. Welcome aboard. Artie from Los Angeles, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Okay. Who else we got here that's registering? Just looking at the names coming across here. David Brooker, just got your registration. Thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you. Can I use this to spot FX? Ro, I don't trade Forex, okay? The only issue I have with Forex is that you're dealing with the top banks in the world, and you have very limited what you could trade, but some people like it. Like I told you, I gave you my email. If you're looking for somebody, I can tell you who to go to, but as of now, we don't trade Forex. I only trade stocks. I'm not a jack of all trades, okay? Anyone else? Lori, I didn't see you register. You've been asking a lot of questions. I see you've been coming in there. Oops, sorry about that. Who else? Jerry, Nigel, I didn't see you guys register yet. Are you guys filling out the register? It's $9. Listen, I am here to show you to stop losing money. What more do you need me to show you? Okay? You got to remember, when I got involved, when I started trading, it cost me $1,000 to get this data. Now it costs you $15. Instead, it's going to only cost you $9 by registering with us. And now you're going to be able to come in and, think about it. How many of you here would love to do a tour of the New York Stock Exchange? How many here would love to do that? To be able to walk down and meet all the traders on the floor and see what they're looking at. And it costs $9, okay? Not $900, not $9,000, $9. You want to pay $9 to do a tour of the New York Stock Exchange? Well, here's your opportunity to do it. Do you trade futures and options? No, Victor. We do trade options, and we do swing trading, okay? I don't trade futures, but I know someone that does that's very good at it, all right? And like I told you, Victor, you want to be a good options trader, you damn well better be a good stock trader first, because it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. Okay. And remember, we really focus on intraday trading. See, the reason why I like intraday trading is because you make your day's pay and you're done for the day. You got no overnight positions. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. All right. I see a bunch of you guys registering right now, which is awesome. James Harrison got your registration. Dwayne, Trajan got your registration. ZV just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Elizabeth just got your registration. Thank you very much. Looks like everyone's starting to fill in right now. Park Sum just got your registration. We're almost up to the 20. There were 100 people in here. And almost about 100 people in here. I always feel that why would not every 100 of you register? Okay. And maybe you're not ready for it, whatever. I get it. But the thing is this. You are going into an election year. People are worrying about the market going to crash. You hear these analysts talking about it. You know how you're going to know the truth is the truth? Following the orders, following the money. All right. And that's where it comes down to it. So we're almost up to our 20. I still some of you filling it out. But remember, I can't do coaching for everyone. If you do not get the coaching with me personally, You will still talk to one of the instructors at Cybertrain University. It's just that my time's very limited, so I can't really teach talk to everybody. Just let you know. Wesley, a quick question. Do you see the ticker with the most volume on the tickers trade versus specific ticker? Well, Wesley, I'm a tape reader, so if that helps answer your question, then yes, you will be seeing that in the trading room. Okay, you will be seeing that. I think you did register too, Wesley. Stan has a question. Thanks for the webinar. It's always educational, and I enjoy every minute, like always. Well, Stan, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's a great compliment. Thank you so much. That answers your question, Wesley? Good. Okay. Is audio commentary session intraday trading tips for the day? Victor, yes. Okay, so we don't tell you what to buy and sell, Victor, because it's illegal. We're not registered, but we're going to show you what's moving in the market. And the only way you're going to see that is paying $9 being in the room. Okay. Oh, Wesley, you did register? Great. Well, thank you very much. Well, listen, Wesley, you didn't see anything yet. Listen, I was only talking for about 40 minutes. Could you imagine what you can see in a whole week? Imagine seeing pre-market trading and see what's happening and how they do payment for order flow and all this crazy stuff you're going to start seeing. It's going to really open up your eyes. You're going to see a different market that you have never seen before. And the reason why, and this goes for all of you, is because I was a market maker. I live here on Wall Street. I was trained by the best traders. I go there. I was just there last week. I was talking to NASDAQ. I had a meeting with NASDAQ last week because, we're in negotiations of having me to be their exclusivity of teaching on their level, their book viewer. These are the things that the access you get being part of Cybertrain University. I'm actually down here right now in Florida, going to have a meeting with TradeStation, working on an exclusivity with them. I know TradeStation doesn't offer any education anymore. Guess what? Who do you think they want to work with? Because they did it before. Cybertrain University. Guess what? You want to get that access? Take the $9 and see what it's all about and see why all these educators, these brokerage firms are jumping on the CTU bandwagon, because we teach something that most people don't teach, and that's the future. And the future are the orders. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Look forward to teaching all of you. And just remember, everybody, you want to be successful in trading, you got to learn before you can earn. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, staff of CTU, for being here. And please look into your emails. Make sure you make your appointments, your education advisors. If you register for the $9, try to log in sooner than later. Make sure you answer your phone. Book your appointments. Everybody here is going to get an appointment with an educator who's going to take the time to walk you through your portal page, the room, and they're going to make an appointment for you sometime next week to talk to me. All right, guys? Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Be safe. And I'll see you all in the trading room.